Alright.
It was a gift.
You'll love it right now. Wait till it turns to be about 80 pounds.
Yeah.
Most of my clients that have sulcatas that have gotten bigger have to use wheelbarrows to get them around.
I wondered how it was going to move. Because Hamilton was getting to that point. I was like, he filled that little...
That's why you look familiar. All right, there you go. We got it down.
So this one I just want to check up, make sure everything's healthy.
All right. Oh, yeah. You definitely brought me a stool sample. Oh.
Yes. On the
you
way
get
on
an
the
A
way
plus
here.
for a stool sample.
On the way here, this is what
Yes.
she brought you.
So this was a rebound pet. My son had snakes, and
Rebound pet. I don't hear that.
He
very
It
often.
is a rebound pet.
he couldn't take them to Wyoming with him because they don't have a pet store, so he can't couldn't get food for it, and
You can order them.
yeah, he wasn't ready for that. He was just used to going in and getting
I
it.
told him you could put some in the garage and have them mate and have your own.
Yeah, but these days you can order mouse sickles. They'll come to your door. If you get
Right.
them used to eating, frozen mice and stuff.
Yeah, and so he was. Oh, now you're gonna eat the camera. And so he traded them in and got this one, and then he just wasn't taking care of it like it needed to be.
So I talked to him.
They get these grunts at times too. Okay, that's the most negative fecal I've ever looked at in a tortoise. No overgrowth of bacteria, no protozoa, not one worm.
Really?
So what's up? What are you guys doing? What magical thing have you guys got going on?
She's been feeding her spring mix from the store, the spinach, and that's what she's been feeding
Some of
her.
it had arugula in it too. And outside it loves the flowers off those goat heads, those stickers, those sticker bushes. Loves the flowers off of them, goes crazy eating those flowers.
Yes, she was very mad that we took her out of her box, and she had to get in the tote again. She loves being outside. Because my son didn't put her outside.
He had her in a tote with dirt and he made me mad. I said, gotta let the dirt out.
But he hasn't had her long enough to cause like the pyramiding and stuff. So, yep, she's
Got it
pooping
from the
again.
pet store. Yeah.
All right. There are tons and tons of people out there that are doing really, really well with keeping these guys unpyramided and stuff online. I would just do some research. You guys already have some experience, so you're already on top of it. Unfortunately, what's the damage is done, you really can't do much to fix it. The good news is the fecal is completely negative. I'm seeing nothing in there.
That makes me happy.
Yeah, I'm going to go broke. Keep bringing me healthy animals. How will I make the new wing of the hospital? Come on, it's just not right.
Well, one never knows. You know? Maybe you could do a dance.
It's not even my hospital. Well,
That's true.
Wow. I'm going to go ahead and agree at this point in time. I think we're possibly looking at a female. Once these guys get older and sexually mature, their points and stuff on the bottom come out and look a little bit more, sexual telling friendly and distinct. Also, I will tell you that most of the females I've seen at this age and this size usually have that darker color to them as well. One or two cases have actually shown me just the opposite, but not many. So right now I'll be guessing this female as well.
She's very friendly.
I noticed that. She's eating out of your hand.
Yeah, which is super cool.
We got her in a pet store. But it's a good pet store that takes care of their animals, so.
I know we're gonna take you.
When I had mine, mine did really good on just romaine lettuce, and I had a salt shaker that I kept my rectal count and stuff in. So whenever I would put down the lettuce, I just made sure it was really, really well, sprinkled with calcium and phosphorus powder. And the two that I've done that way did really well. But I gave that advice to somebody else, and theirs came up very pyramided. So I'm at a loss. I wish I had, could tell you for sure.
We feed her when we fed Hamilton this too after we the red leaf and green leaf and kale.
Scare me out.
Well, oops.
Right now. Overhead weeds that grow in my yard.
Okay. Now, kale, I want to warn you about kale. Kale is an oxalate plant as well as spinach. Okay. Oxalate plants tend to since these guys make crystals already in their urine, or as their urine actually is part of it. What will happen is it may cause them to have kidney stones and bladder stones. I went very recently, or like in the last 2 weeks, like 5 or so years, I actually removed the largest bladder stone I've ever pulled out of a reptile, and it was from an iguana that ate tons and tons of kale and spinach.
Really?
Yeah.
I just kept it at the spring mix because, I mean, the one time
I don't know that
gave
the
him
spring
that-
mix has too much, but it is a daily consumption of those plants that are inside the spring mix.
Yeah.
Um,
We did, like I said, I tried to watch it because she said she didn't know about the spinach and the arugula, so we tried to keep that at a minimum.
okay.
Just keep it to the lettuce.
Yeah. They love. That's what that was green leaf lettuce.
How much larger is Hamilton done?
Died.
Wait a minute. Am I thinking about the same one?
Yeah, the big one that was sick.
Yeah,
He didn't make it.
Aw. Did I know this, or am I just forgetting?
No, I think Lenny's messaged you. Yeah, he didn't. It was, I don't know if the heat just, because he was doing good, his eyes were open, he started moving around, and then I woke up the next morning and I don't know if that sped something, I don't know. It was crazy. My husband's like, well, I didn't think he was going to make it anyways. Thanks for letting me know. Like, yeah.
You couldn't have predicted he'd live? Since you saw him. I just saw him, it's all his fault.
She just,
Goes through phases. This turtle's weird. Put her in the bathtub at night and she crawls up on this towel that my granddaughter takes and covers her and she goes to sleep. And you go in the morning, she's still under that towel sleeping.
this is the thing. Because I don't have any heat outside and she's still kind of little and I do have boxes and stuff. And I mean, she's small enough they could, something could grab her. I have stray dogs too that come around. But, like, I'll just bring her in at night until she gets on the paper. She's just angry.
She wants out of there. She hates being in there.
I know.
She's like, if I am a girl, get me out of this purple box.
I know.
You know what though, once you get going down the road, she doesn't try to get out. This cover, I just shut her. So I calmed her down because it's a 1,500 mile trip from where I came.
Red light! Red light!
Well, that's cool. So, yeah, we can start keeping the eggshells and I'll grind those up.
Eyes are clear, everything else looks good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check you out too. What's on that box? Anything
She's letting me rub the underneath of her head, which was really cool. Because Hamilton was like, he'd bite me before he let me do that.
She's not attempting to bite anybody. That dog is not happy. What did you do to that dog?
I am completely innocent. I've been doing exotics all day. I have nothing to do with that dog.
I think they just put him in a cage and nobody's paying attention to
Well,
him.
I think that dog's about to lose its uterus, so. Not that I'd be really happy to have a uterus, but but the thought of someone tugging on it and taking it away from me without my permission, that'd be kind of.
Awesome. Well, that makes me happy. When we first got Hamilton, they had to worm him. Now that's a sight. Watching a vet and her vet tech fighting a turtle this big, trying to get him to take the worming medicine. That was hilarious.
You should have recorded it and put it on
Because
YouTube.
he locked up. He was like,
You can't get into these guys when they don't want you in there.
no. So that's why I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything that wasn't supposed to be there.
Aside is having her give Prozac to her cat.
You mean to let you have some left over after you've taken yours?
Oh, right. So I have a cat. She's attacking the other cat. And so we had to put her on Prozac. And so I had to get her treats. So when she goes to open her mouth, I have to shoot it in there. And she goes, she's gone.
I haven't seen her come back to get her treat.
So I'm...
One-time medication.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's easy. Just tip their head back. I'm like, my cat's evil. She's not going to deal with this. She's an evil kitty.
All right.
Yay.
I'm sorry I forgot about him.